Hey, welcome to the Stationery Muse. I'm excited to finally be filming this video. I'm a couple weeks late. I know summer started a few weeks ago, you guys, but I wanted to finally decorate my planner for the summertime, and I thought it would be fun to show you how you can still personalize a spiral bound planner. I know a lot of times it may seem like it's kind of limiting, especially for me. I used to use an A5 binder, which is really easy to just, punch your inserts and your dashboards and different things, but it's still a way to do it. And so the one thing that I will show you guys up front right now is that when I'm punching, I typically use this. It's the cinch, and it is from Heidi Swapp. I don't even know if they still make this. I know that it is online and available, but it is kind of pricey. Like, I think this one I got it on sale, so I think it ended up being like $80 something, but I think originally it's like $129. But before you click off like, oh, well, this isn't gonna work for me, there are lots of options for a lot cheaper binding punches and things like that I will link down below that you can get off of Amazon that will give you the same result. I have this bigger one because I can punch a lot of sheets of paper at a time because I make notebooks and different things for my business. So that's why I'm using this one, but you can definitely do the same thing with a more affordable punch. And then there's also the option to literally go through, like if you just have a single punch and you could just punch along these holes, and then you can just kind of slit it, and then you can just slide it in that way as well. So it's really easy to do, but I just wanted to point that out before I get started with anything, so you're not feeling like, oh, well, I don't have that. There's different alternatives of ways that you can still punch and customize and put things right into here. So I have a ton of stuff out. What I usually do when I want to create or decorate something, I like to just get everything out and have it in front of me, and then that way I know what I'm working with. So I want to create a pin loop, and I'm going to show you guys a very bootleg way to create a pin loop. Typically people will make them with like elastic like this, but I only have it in this lavender color. This was actually some that I used for a box like a year and a half ago. It's been a while, but I used this to actually make these. These are one of the things in the boxes, and so this is the only color elastic I actually have here in my craft room. And so I just really did not want to have to go buy any for this pin loop because I knew I was only going to be using it for maybe a little over a month. So instead, I'm going to show you guys how you can make one with some washi tape. So if you're interested to see how that works, stick around. And then also I am going to be creating a little dashboard with a couple pictures of my daughter on there. I don't know, I love being a mom so much, you guys. And so I just feel like she just makes my day, and I would love to have some photos of her, old and new, that when I open up my planner, I can see her right there on the front. And then I'm also just going to show you some other ways that I dress it up with just paper clips and different things like that. But the biggest project will be the little dashboard that I make in the front. And what's actually really nice is I have this paper that I got a couple years ago from one of the Planner Society kit boxes, and I'm thinking about incorporating this, but if not, I also have these pattern papers, which I think are from Michaels too. So, if you guys are not familiar, this is my planner that I've been using. This is the Day Designer, and it is a yearly planner. I got it a little bit late in the year, so I actually started using it in June. But it is spiral bound, and so I'm going to be incorporating some things. So I already did a couple things when I first got the planner, just to kind of add some customization to it. And one of those things is this little pocket that I put in here. This is actually a pocket available in my shop, and I like to just put some stickers that I know I'm going to be using regularly in there, so that's why I put this here. But and it just says vacay mode, but these are the little adhesive pockets, and you can easily pull them off and switch them onto something else. They lift up, but I don't want to lift it up, I want it to stay, but you can easily do that with this. I also added in, I literally did two things, you guys. I also added in a little page, just kind of like a ribbon, and I tied it onto the top of one of the coils. And I just did this as a way to mark pages, but I may or may not be keeping this on there once I actually get my decorations and stuff together, so we'll see. But it was just a nice way to find pages easily while I was getting started with using it. But I've been loving the planner so far. Let's get into the decorating. So I'm actually gonna, don't freak out, but I'm actually gonna rip this page out, and this is gonna be my guide for when it's time to cut out my dashboard. So if you're able to, if you're trying to create a dashboard for your spiral bound planner, if possible, see if there's a page in there that you can rip out, even if it's like a page you just didn't use. Like I have really all of these in the front that I could almost pull out, but in case I decide to go back and use these pages, If I want to redate them, I'm not going to do that just for that reason. So I'm going to just pull out this front protector page because I don't really need this here. And this is what I'm going to use to figure out how big the pages are and all of that. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is work on this little dashboard. And like I mentioned, I think I'm going to use this paper. Okay, so when you're doing this, you don't have to stick it down really that much because we're going to be laminating it, but I'm just doing it enough so that the stuff will stay in place and not be moving when it's time to put it onto the laminating sheet, which you can actually already have it on the laminating sheet right now, and that'll save you some time. And you don't have to worry about trying to shift it around after the fact, but I wasn't exactly sure what I was doing, so that's why I waited a second. But I'm just kind of layering some stuff up. I'm keeping in mind that I'm going to be punching over here, so I'm not putting anything right in that area so it doesn't get punched over unless, you know, it's intentional like that. And then I'm taking these different pictures of her. I think I might actually, I don't want to snip her hand off, but I think I'm going to do it like that. And this does not need to be perfect by any means. I'm so, like I've always say in videos, I'm just really laid back with this kind of stuff because the whole point of it for me is just something that can make me smile when I get on here. So I don't need it to be perfect. It's just for me, and I'm just sharing this with you guys so that you'll get some tips on how you can make it work for you. But you could even take a picture and you could trace around it, and you could have like a piece of paper that will kind of make it stand out a little bit if you wanted to. I'm going to show you how you could do that. So I already glued the back, and then I'm just going to put her picture on here, and I'm pretty much going to just cut around it. That would have bothered me a little bit. Okay, I think that's good, and it just kind of adds a little something. So I'm going to take the little dot roller, and again, we're just using this so that stuff stays in place, not necessarily for any other reason. So it doesn't have to be a ton put on there, just enough so that if you were to pick it up, the picture won't fall off of the page. There otherwise. So just something really cute and simple. For the back, I'm gonna put this "I am a mother, what is your superpower" in the middle, and this is actually a print from the Stationery Muse shop that you can get, and it's just a foiled print. You can use it for decorating your planner, you can put it in a frame, lots of different things you could do. So I'm actually just gonna put this right there, and I'm keeping it very simple with this. I think it's just a nice reminder to myself, like, you know, you're out here, you're doing it, and you're doing a great job, and that is what I want, to fill myself with positivity whenever I can. So I just love this. I think that this is perfect. All right, so then we're just gonna laminate this. I'm gonna turn my laminator on, and I just am using that Scotch laminator. I got it from Walmart a couple years ago. And again, this was sized down to the size of the page that we used, the little test page that I had from my planner that I pulled out. I'm trying to see if I want to add any stickers or anything to it. I don't know what happened to my, there was a page for girl, and I don't know what I did with it. I think I put it somewhere. I haven't been able to find it, but I think I'm actually going to use the baby sticker. So now I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to create this little pin loop holder, and it is pretty bootleg, like I said, because I don't have the elastic to typically do with this. I just have this color, and yeah. So what I'm going to do is cut some washi tape, and you can do this with any color, any style, and I'm just going to cut it, and I'm just going to cut myself 2 pieces, relatively the same length, but you can adjust it. These are going to be the actual loop. So what I'm going to do is try to line up the ends together on each side. And I don't know what the easiest way to do this is. Actually, you know what might be easier? To cut one and then line it up with the other and then cut the other one. So we're just going to line up the washi tape as best as possible with the other one. Okay, and then before you let it go down, you'll just try to make sure that you keep them lined up as much as possible. You can always cut to make it work the best, but the more lined up it is, the better. Okay, there we go. All right, so now I'm gonna cut the ends, and we have this strip. The strip will really vary as far as the size. This is going to be to hold a pen, but what ends up happening is you create this little like thicker piece. Now, like I mentioned, this is not something that's going to hold up in the long term, but my thing typically just sits on my desk, my planner, or I may take it to another room in the house. I'm usually not putting it in a bag or anything. So as you can see, it kind of just makes it durable. So like if I really try hard, I could rip it, but for the most part, it actually does a good job of staying together unless you like really do it. So here's our 2 little pieces together. And if you want, you could actually even do another layer of it, which I think I am. So let's do 2 layers on each side. And then I think that will help with some of the durability of this. I'm going to measure it out based off of the pen I'm using, which is going to be this one. This is my favorite pen right now. I just think it's so pretty. So I'm going to just put this on there because this is how it will be hanging. And you can make it as tight as you would like it to go. And that's kind of where you're going to adjust it. Now at this point, you'll want to have your planner so that you can see exactly where you want to put it on the back cover of where it will go. And then the last thing we're going to do is, of course, adhere it. So one way you could adhere it is with some clear tape. You could do some glue. I'm actually thinking about using some clear packing tape. I find that it should come back. I think that it will come back up easily because this is kind of like a glossy material. But if it doesn't, again, it's not a big deal to me. I don't ever look at the back cover. So this is just something that I'm going to just do and hopefully, yeah, see how it goes. Another thing I do want to show you guys too is you can use a binder clip. And this is actually something that people do use with the elastic that I was talking about. You could do the same concept. You could glue your washi tape to the binder clip in the size that you need it to be, cut it down. And I actually might do that. That might be a better option for me. And then you just put it on there, and then you can put your pen loop on. So let's do that. I'm actually gonna go ahead and use this. Okay, so this is what they end up looking like with the little loop. And then once they're all dry, I just would clip it on and put my pen in there. So that is basically those. And then some other little things that I'm gonna do just to dress this up is I'm gonna go ahead and punch my little part that's gonna be going in the front. So we'll do that first. All of these things, they have to be poked in, and that's what allows it to punch down. You can kind of remove them and different things like that depending on how you want it to be punched in there, but I'm not even gonna get too into the specifics of this. We'll just hope that I do it the right way on the first try. And then yeah, so we have a little punch. And then in order to get it into the spiral planner, I just do almost like how Erin Condren covers are. I just do some slits on the side and then I push it in there. And you can even use a little pin to push the stuff in there. It makes it a little bit easier. So yeah, this was the main thing I wanted to show you guys, was how you can create your own dashboard and be able to put into a spiral bound notebook, which is really nice to do. And now I'm gonna go ahead and add my little pin loop to the back. And you just clip it on. So I'm gonna put this on there. Okay, so now I have my pin in there on the side, which just makes everything look really cute. And honestly, the other things I'm gonna do are really simple. So I actually made this last year. This was when those page, actually might have been 2 years ago, when the page markers were really big. And I made a whole bunch around the summertime. And so I wanted to use this. I thought it would just kind of fit this overall color scheme. I have that, I have this little pineapple clip. This was from the last Live Love Inspire box. And trying to see what other things I want to use. I have this little summertime. That was also from the last box. Have a little seashell clip that I'm going to use. And these are all just kind of summer related types of things that I thought would be really cute to add in there. So we have my little dashboard, and then I'm going to mark a couple things. I'm going to use this little pineapple clip to just kind of refer to it. I'm going to clip the days that have passed already together, and then that'll help that stay organized as well. I have a new week coming up that I need to plan for, so I'm going to put this little summertime on there, and I just like to use a paper clip for that as well. So I'm just going to use a gold one, and then I can quickly switch this from the different days, and it's just a nice way to mark where I'm at for the week. And I actually might put this on there too, just some extra decoration. And then the last thing I'm gonna do is just kind of mark the new week, and I'm gonna just slip that in there so if I need to write anything down for the new week. So I have a couple things that are around the month, which just makes it look cute on top, which is always the goal. Okay, and then I decided I'm gonna put this little name on the cover. It's a name sticker. Again, this is the one that you'll be able to get in the shop very, very soon. But it's cute. You can just add a little foil to it, depending on what color foil you want. There's going to be a lot of different options. This is the gold one, of course, and I'm just slipping this on there in the corner, and I just think that that makes my cover look really cute. So we got that on there. This is what it looks like when you flip it open. I have my little dashboard here. These are the stickers that actually came with the planner, which are cute. You can slip anything in there, and then I have my extra little pocket that I added. And then we got the back here. I should probably write in my name and stuff just to make sure, even though I almost never take this out of the house, but still. And then we got the pin loop in the back. I keep things pretty simple, especially with spiral bound, but one thing that is nice, because you can punch stuff in here, if there's other types of inserts and things you want to add, you can easily do that with this same method that you used for the dashboard. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. It was just a really quick little way to customize your spiral bound planner and make it your own and give you a little something to make you smile when you are doing those plans in your planner, because sometimes it can get a little tedious at times, but I think it's just a great way, in addition to decorating and different things like that, to just add some pizzazz. So hope you guys enjoy the video. If you haven't already, definitely subscribe to my channel. I make new videos every week. And if you did enjoy this one, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what are some things that you are trying to do with your planner, no matter what kind you have. I would love to hear about it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.